Gen Alpha, go ahead and pull up a chair. Unc has some wisdom to share with you. You see, we survived the 80s. We rode bikes without helmets. We drank water from the hose. Our daddy used super glue to close up cuts on our arms. And somehow, we're still here. So here's a little crash course on life lessons that you're not going to find on the TikToks. Lesson 1, consequences are real. Back in my day, if you mouthed off or talked back, you didn't get grounded or put in the timeout corner. You got a flying flip-flop straight to the head if you was lucky. If you wasn't lucky, you got a mouthful of Dial soap that you had to chomp on for about 30 minutes. We didn't have timeouts. We had, you wait till your daddy gets home. Instant correction. Y'all get a therapy session for getting the bobo feelings for somebody looked at you funny. We got a face-to-butt meeting with the Board of Education. Lesson 2, fix it yourself. If something broke, we didn't YouTube it or Google it. We MacGyvered it. Cassette tape all tangled up, pencil surgery, TV fuzzy, you climbed the roof to adjust the antenna. Your BMX chain popped off, you go home with your hands all greasy because you fixed it yourself. Meanwhile, y'all stare at a frozen iPad like it's a doggone NASA mission gone bad. Lesson 3, patience is a superpower. Y'all think waiting 5 seconds for a TikTok to load is hard. We had to wait 3 weeks for our pictures to get developed at the Walgreens. And most of the time when you picked them up, you opened them up and looked, and about half of them was just a picture of your thumb. We didn't rage quit. We built patience. The world at that time wasn't built for our convenience. Lesson 4, grow some tough skin, why don't you? Did somebody's words give you the bobo feelings? Son, coaches used to scream things at us in another language. We ain't even knowed what they meant. We just knowed that they was serious and we was in trouble. We didn't have safe spaces. We had kickball at recess, which was basically sanctioned bullying with a red ball that was bouncing off your head. And somehow we survived with only mild trauma and a wicked sense of humor. Lesson 5, independence. We were latchkey kids. We let ourselves in, we made our own snacks, and we didn't burn the house down very often. We didn't text mom that we were home from school. She just assumed that we made it home unless our pictures showed up on the back of a milk carton. Independence wasn't optional. It was the operating system of the time. So, Gen Alpha, that there's the wisdom. Consequences, fix it yourself, patience, tough skin, and independence. You learn those, and maybe you'll stop making those a day in the life of my water bottle videos for TikTok and actually survive adulthood. But hey, what do I know? I'm just part of the generation that raised your parents to be the way you are. Let me finish this video up with a quick story. Back when I was 7 or 8 years old, in the early 80s, maybe 1980 or so, by myself, I told Daddy I was going to go squirrel hunting out in the woods. So I took my little Red Ryder BB gun, went out in the woods behind the house, and stayed for 30, 45 minutes while I saw a squirrel. And I started trying to sneak up on that squirrel, shot at that squirrel a couple times with my Red Ryder BB gun. And I missed him. But I got turned around in them woods. And I got lost. And I thought I knowed which way to go. So I kept walking. And I had gone the wrong way. So it started getting a little bit dark. And when I tell y'all panic set in, it set in deep in my soul. And I was just sure that I was going to have to spend the rest of my life out in them woods. And I pulled myself together and I found a little creek back there, and I knew that that creek ran a certain way. And I started following that creek, and anyway, finally found a road where I knowed where I was. But it was about 2 hours after dark when I finally got back to the house. And I'll never forget, I opened that door and I was, muddy and crying and sweaty. And I remember Daddy was in his recliner, and he looked up at me and he said, "Hey boy, where you been? I forgot you was even gone." So that's how it was back then. But that 2 or 3 hours in them woods lost built more character in me than probably most of the young ones have today, because they're so sheltered, and they don't have, or as parents, we don't give them enough opportunity to build character. And that's what you need to be a successful adult in the world today, is some character. Let your kids go out there and have some adventures and get lost in the woods. Thank y'all for watching.